Welcome to the Sauce YouTube. My name is Blackjack. Today we'll be continuing the United Launch Alliance mod with the Delta II rocket. The most recent Delta II rocket was SMAP, Soil Moisture Active Passive. That launched a while ago. And Sauce hasn't been uploading anything, mostly because Madoshin doesn't have that good of a recorder. He doesn't really even have any. And Nilop does not have enough time on his hands to upload or continue episodes on Arma 3. So it's up to me. I'm going to be uploading a lot more, or hopefully what I think is a lot more mods. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to start the final, or the finale of the United Launch Alliance mod, which is the Atlas rocket. After that, I'm probably going to do Athena launch vehicle and possibly do the whole cam mod. I'm not sure on the whole cam, but let's get started with the Delta II rocket. Okay, so one of the things that I'll be doing more often will be that I will be editing out parts where I don't speak or are useless in the videos. That's just something that I'm going to start doing on this episode that will be continuing in other episodes. Just wanted to say that. Now, the Delta II with 9 solid strap-on boosters, or gems, graphite epoxy motors, they're launched in a very specific way. The ground start motors ignite with the main engine, and then when the ground start burn out, the ground starts separate, but then the air start motors ignite, giving it that extra little boost while it's already high up in the air. This only happens with Delta Series 7920s, or 7920, 79, anything that has a 9 for the second number, I believe, does this. There's this whole really complicated numbering system that even I still don't really understand. Anyway, let's enable SAS and get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift off. So Delta II is the solid fuel burns really fast, but it burns really well. So we have the ground start ignited right now. Once the ground start burn out, we will separate the ground start and ignite the air start. Now, one thing that they might want to do is maybe do a little bit more on the texture, or add the other new ULA fairings. Solid fuel burnout, and separation. They might want to improve the textures just by a little bit, but this is a really capable rocket. It launches really fast, gets into orbit fast, and meets all the requirements. Now I'm going to do something that helps me put this rocket into orbit, is that I throttle down, because sometimes, as you'll see, it might or might not happen, is that the solid fuel boosters, when they run out on the second stage, because we don't have any more force pushing up, they actually tend to crash into the main stage. So we're going to start our turn, but we're also going to keep ourselves throttled down just a little bit, so we can throttle up almost immediately after I press the spacebar, right before I press the spacebar, ejecting the solid fuel. Burnout, and throttle up, and separation. There we go. So they sort of spin out when I do that, but at least they separate safely from the rocket. I'm going to throttle down just so I can get my staging right and make sure that the fairing separates well. Although now only now do I remember that the second stage ignites before the fairing comes off. So let's just shut down for a sec and do a little bit of editing. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Now throttle back up maximum and see if we can burn out the rest of the stage. Of course we're going to reach orbit before the main stage burns out. But I'm going to try and do this as... Yep, safe, reached orbital velocity. Let's continue to yaw over. That's the correct term. Separation. There we go. Rocket is working nice right now. And there goes the fairing. Beautiful separation. Revealing our probe. Just basically some batteries, some CubeSats, and then some thermometers. I don't know what those are. I just know that they get you good efficiency in battery. Which is, quite frankly, all I care about. Alright, let's check our orbit. We're pretty high up, so we're going to just time warp by a tiny bit. And we've arrived at our target apogee. We're going to be making our burn. If the rocket will let me take control of it again. Do I have RCS on this? No, but it magically works. Because I don't have... No, I don't. But for some reason... I don't know why. It's when you shut down RCS? No? I don't know what's going on. Go up a tiny bit. Actually, can I set the SAS to send me to prograde? Oh, of course I can't. Because SAS doesn't work with this stuff for some strange reason. Put it directly there and throttle up. And we will now hopefully be making our successful burn. Whoa, camera flipped out on me right there. Oh, and there we go. Seems like a pretty good orbit. Now, Delta II carried some of the nation's biggest and most important payloads. Both Mars Opportunity and Spirit, the first operational GPS satellite, Navstar, and now it's carried SMAP and OCO2. Those are just two of the recent launches. There was also NROL-21, SkyMed, bunch of other launches I cannot remember at the moment. But let's separate our craft. Beautiful separation. I actually had to add the stacked coupler right there, just because when you put the probe in... Hey, can I spin? Can I spin without SAS? No, I can't. Can I move? No, I can't. No, I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, that is the Delta II rocket for you. Pretty simple. It's a really fast launch vehicle, and that's mostly what's important to me. Is number one, it gets the satellite in orbit, in its correct orbit, because if it doesn't, then it's kind of useless. And number two, it must be efficient and fast. Because if it isn't those two things, then I'm probably not going to use it. I'm probably going to go with a more heavy and fat or powerful design. There you have it. Delta II rocket. Thanks for watching.